Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to explore a painful question. What happens when Phuong finally regrets losing me, but me no longer believes his love is enough? If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. The countryside was quiet that afternoon, the kind of quiet that should have made a person feel calm. The wind moved softly through the trees, the sun was fading, and the dusty road in front of the house looked exactly the same as it had in Phuong's memory. This was home. This was the place he had returned to, thinking maybe he could finally breathe again. But the moment Phuong came back, he realized something was wrong. Everything was familiar, yet inside his chest, everything felt strange. He sat alone in front of the house, staring at the road without really seeing it. His body was there, but his mind kept going back to me. No matter how many times he told himself that the breakup was necessary, his heart refused to accept it. Every quiet moment pulled him back to that one message, the message he had sent to end everything. Just a few lines on a phone screen. That was all it took. Phuong still remembered how his hand trembled when he typed it. He wanted it to sound calm. He wanted it to sound clear. But now, thinking about it, there was nothing clear about what he had done. It was not honesty. It was fear. It was him running away while pretending he was doing something responsible. He lowered his head and let out a bitter laugh. I really think me cried when I sent that breakup message, you guys. I can imagine her sitting there, reading it, and just breaking down. That thought hurts me so much. She had already loved me. She had already trusted me. Then, when she gave me her heart, I treated her like that. Before all of this, Phuong and me had loved each other deeply. They worked at the same company, spent long days together, encouraged each other when life felt heavy, and slowly built a picture of the future. It was not perfect, but it was theirs. And me never asked him for too much. She did not ask him to be rich. She did not need him to solve everything overnight. What she needed was simple. She wanted honesty. She wanted respect. She wanted to know that when things became difficult, Phuong would not just disappear and decide everything alone. But that was exactly what he had done. At that time, he kept telling himself that he was thinking for me. His money was unstable, his work was uncertain, and he was worried about legal matters he had not passed yet. He thought if he stayed with me, he would only pull her into his problems. But now, Phuong finally understood how unfair that was. He never asked me what she wanted. He never gave her the chance to say, "It's okay, we can face this together." Instead, he made the choice for both of them, sent one message, and left her alone with the pain. The more he thought about it, the heavier his chest became. Maybe me did not only feel heartbroken, maybe she felt abandoned. Phuong stood up and walked across the yard, trying to breathe. Back at the company, there had always been noise, work, and people around him. Here, time moved slowly. There were no messages from me asking if he had eaten. Just then, Phuong saw someone walking from the end of the road. It was Chi-hung. She had just come back from selling goods. Her steps looked tired, but when she saw Phuong, she stopped immediately. The air changed. Phuong felt his body stiffen. He knew this conversation could not be avoided. Chi-hung looked at him for a moment, her face serious. "Phuong, you're back home already?" Phuong forced a small smile. "Yes, Chi. I came back a few days ago." Chi Hang did not smile back. "So tell me honestly," she said, "what happened between you and me?" Phuong opened his mouth, but no words came out. He had asked himself that same question many times, but when someone else said it directly, every answer sounded like an excuse. Chi Hang's voice became firmer. "You two were doing well. Everyone could see you cared about each other. Then suddenly, you broke up with her. Do you know how hurt me was?" Phuong lowered his eyes. "I know, Chi." "No, Phuong, I don't think you really know." Chi Hang sighed, but there was anger under that sigh. "Anchich already heard about it. He is very angry. You know me is his younger sister. When he found out that you broke up with her and left her like that, he was furious." Hearing Anchich's name made Phuong's heart drop. He knew Anchich loved his sister deeply. He was protective. If he saw Phuong now, no one knew what might happen. Phuong swallowed hard. "I know I was wrong, Chi." Chi Hang watched him carefully. "Knowing you were wrong is not enough. You cannot just sit here feeling sorry for yourself and expect everything to fix itself." Those words hit him hard. That was exactly what Phuong had been doing. He had been regretting, missing me, blaming himself, imagining her tears, but he had not faced her. Chi Hang continued, her tone still strict, but now carrying concern. "You and me already loved each other. You already understood each other. If there is a problem, you talk. If there is pressure, you share it. If you are scared, then say you are scared. But you do not suddenly break up and leave the other person alone with all that pain." Phuong stood there quietly, unable to defend himself. Every sentence felt like it was opening the wound he had tried to hide. He used to think being decisive meant ending things quickly before the future became harder. But now he realized that being decisive without respect was just cruelty. Chi Hang turned toward her house, then looked back. "Come inside for a bit. We need to talk properly. Standing here on the road will not solve anything." Phuong hesitated. For a second, he felt like he was walking toward a judgment he could no longer escape. But maybe he needed someone to tell him the truth clearly. "Yes, Chi." They walked together along the dusty road. The afternoon sun was fading, and the shadows of the trees stretched across the ground. Phuong's steps felt heavy, as if every step carried the weight of that breakup message. When they reached Chi Hang's yard, Phuong noticed several flower pots near the porch. The flowers were blooming in many colors, bright against the quiet afternoon. But instead of feeling comforted, he only felt a sharp ache in his chest, because Mi liked flowers. At that moment, Phuong finally understood that regret was not just missing someone. Regret was knowing you had hurt the person who once trusted you the most. Inside Chi Hang's house, the air felt heavier than outside. Phuong sat near the wooden table, hands on his knees. A glass of water was in front of him, but he did not touch it. He only looked down. Chi Hang sat across from him. After a while, she said, "Phuong, I'm not scolding you just to blame you, but you need to understand what you did. Love is not only about happy days. When two people have already loved and trusted each other, if something happens, they must talk. They cannot disappear with one sudden message." Phuong lowered his eyes. "I know, Chi." Chi Hang shook her head. "You keep saying you know, but if you really knew, you wouldn't have treated me that way." She looked at him, disappointed, but still concerned. "You and me had spent enough time together. She trusted you. So why didn't you tell her what you were afraid of? Why did you decide everything alone? Phuong took a long breath. Because I was scared, he said quietly. Scared of what? I was scared I wasn't good enough for her. My money was not stable. Work was uncertain. There were legal matters I still hadn't passed yet. I kept thinking, if Me stayed with me, what could I give her? What if I made her wait for nothing? What if she suffered because of me? His voice dropped lower. The truth is, I never wanted to break up with Me. I still love her. I still think about her every day. But at that time, I felt like letting her go was the only way to stop her from suffering with me. Chi-hang sighed. Phuong, you thought you were thinking for her, but actually, you were thinking instead of her. Phuong looked up. Chi-hang continued, Me is not a child. She can decide what she wants. If she loved you, she had the right to choose whether to stay or leave. You were afraid of hardship, so you ended everything before she could even speak. That is not protecting her. That is not respecting her. Those words hit Phuong hard. For days, he had comforted himself by saying he had chosen pain for Me's sake. But now, he understood. Maybe he had only been protecting himself from fear. Fear of being poor. Fear of failing. Chi-hang's voice softened, but every word still hurt. Do you know what hurts the most? It is not always poverty. It is not always difficulty. Sometimes, what hurts a woman most is realizing the person she trusted could let go of her too easily. Phuong's throat tightened. He imagined Me reading that message, confused and broken, waiting for him to call, to explain, to fight for their love, just a little. But he had given her nothing after that, only silence. I didn't want her to feel like I threw her away, he whispered. But maybe that is exactly how she felt, Chi-hang said. So if you still love her, meet her. Don't hide behind messages anymore. Stand in front of her. Tell her the truth. Apologize properly. But remember, meeting her does not mean she must accept you again. You can only give her the truth. The choice is hers. Phuong sat there, torn between hope and fear. He wanted to see Me, but he was scared that when he looked into her eyes, the warmth he remembered would be gone. Still, Chi-hang was right. If he had been brave enough to hurt her, he had to be brave enough to face her. Finally, he nodded. I will meet Me as soon as I can. I will explain everything clearly. Chi-hang looked at him carefully. Then do it. Don't just say it because I'm sitting here. If you wait too long, her heart may close completely. After that, the conversation ended, but the heaviness remained. Phuong followed Chi-hang out to the garden and helped her move flower pots. The flowers were bright under the fading afternoon light, but every color reminded him of Me. She used to say flowers were fragile, but if someone cared for them properly, they could still bloom. Now that memory hurt, because Me had also given him something fragile, her trust, and he had not taken care of it. That night, Phuong barely slept. By the next day, he could not delay anymore. He contacted Me and asked to meet. At last, Me replied. She agreed to meet, but her message was short, polite, distant. That alone made Phuong nervous. When they finally stood in front of each other, Phuong almost forgot how to breathe. Me looked calm. She did not cry. She did not shout. She only looked at him with eyes colder than before. Me, Phuong said softly. I'm sorry. He continued, his voice shaking. I know I hurt you. I know I shouldn't have broken up with you through a message. I was scared. I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought I would only make you suffer, but I was wrong. I should have talked to you. I should have respected your choice. Mi looked at him quietly. I still love you, Phuong said, eyes turning red. I never stopped loving you. I regret what I did every day. I want to fix it. I want us to try again. Then Mi slowly shook her head. Phuong, do you know what hurt me the most? He froze. It wasn't only that you broke up with me, it was the way you did it. You didn't ask me. You didn't talk to me. You didn't let me choose. You just ended everything, like my feelings did not matter. Phuong's chest tightened. I didn't mean it that way. But that is how it felt, Mi said. I felt like you did not respect me, like I was someone you could let go of whenever life became hard. Today, you say you love me, but how can I know that next time something happens, you won't leave again? Phuong had no answer. Mi's voice trembled, but she held herself together. If you had told me the truth back then, maybe I would have stayed. Maybe I would have faced everything with you. But you didn't give me that chance. So now, I cannot go back just because you regret it. Phuong wanted to beg, but he knew he had no right to force her. Mi looked at him one last time. Love is not only missing someone after losing them. Love is respecting them while they are still beside you. Then she turned and walked away. Phuong stood there, unable to move. The road was quiet, the wind was gentle, but his heart felt empty. Only then did he understand. Regret does not always bring someone back. Sometimes it only teaches you the value of the person you failed to treasure. Phuong returns to his hometown, burdened by guilt, after ending his relationship with Mi through a cold text message. In the quiet countryside, he keeps remembering Mi's trust, her love, and the pain he caused by leaving without a proper explanation. On the village road, he meets Chi Hang, who directly confronts him about hurting Mi and warns that Mi's family, especially An Chich, is furious. During their conversation, Phuong admits he never stopped loving Mi, but feared his unstable finances, uncertain work, and unresolved legal matters would make her suffer. Chi Hang tells him that love requires honesty, respect, and sharing difficulties instead of deciding alone. Encouraged by her words, Phuong tries to meet Mi again. However, Mi refuses to return, believing Phuong disrespected her by giving up and throwing away their love too easily.